What is going on, road trippers? Road Trip Nate here. Once again, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, as the captions at the top stated, this is going to be a re-ranking of a ranking video I did back in December. Now that Fast and Furious 9 has come out, I just currently watched Fast and Furious 9. Currently in the process of rewatching it. It is a decent movie. It is, well, you'll see on the rankings. I'm not going to talk too much about the other 8 movies. If you want to know more about my thoughts on those, go back and watch the original. Today I'm just wanting to focus on where Fast 9 ranks, while doing, a brief summary of the other 8 movies and their rankings. So let's get started. Got the list here, the all-important list. Coming in at number 9, Tokyo Drift. Like I said, everything I said about it on the original rankings list, it was okay. It had none of the original characters. It set up future movies, but for the time, it was like, has nothing to do with the storyline. Coming to find out, it had everything to do with the upcoming storylines. But it was okay. I mean, the only thing I didn't like about it was it had none of the original cast, and it just felt like a knockoff movie. Number 8, yeah. Too Fast, Too Furious. As I said, it basically follows what Paul Walker did after the events of the first movie. It introduced Tej and Roman, and it was a decent movie. Those two are key players in the current events of the franchise, so it introduced them in a good way. But as a movie, it was just a little bit better than Tokyo Drift, in my opinion. This is just basically based on my current opinion about the movies. Number 7, The Fate of the Furious. As I said, they should have stopped making Fast and the Furious movies after Paul Walker's death. But I thought Fate of the Furious was a decent movie about Vin Diesel finding out he has a kid through a former love interest from one of the earlier movies. It introduces Cypher. Jason Statham becomes a good guy. You got a good action sequence on the plane where Jason Statham and his brother are tossing the kid back and forth, trying to fight off bad guys. That was a good movie. That was a decent part of the movie. It had different high-tech gadgets for cars that wasn't seen in the earlier movies. But it was a decent movie. Not better than the ones above it, but it was still a decent movie. Number 6, Fast and the Furious, movie number 4. It was back to the original team of the franchise. After Tokyo Drift and Too Fast, Too Furious, it got back to the original. It was the building blocks of the good stretch run that the franchise has had since the first couple movies. I mean, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It's been a good stretch run for the franchise. Here we go. Number 5, Fast 9. Fast 9 is middle of the pack in a great franchise. I'm not saying it's a middle of the pack movie because it is a really good movie. But the 4 movies above it are just that much better. But it is a really good movie. And it introduces John Cena. Obviously, they had to add somebody else because Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel were having problems behind the scenes, and so Hobbs and Shaw uh, went off to make their own movies. They might be back for the 10th movie, I don't know. But it introduced John Cena as Dom's a younger brother, the man who caused. Spoilers, if you have not seen the movie, don't watch any further. Okay, if you are still watching and have seen the movie, here, spoiler reviews. John Cena plays Dominic Toretto's younger brother, who is the reason we find out after 9 movies that caused his father to crash by stripping the wiring in the doing something to the car. I don't remember what. And so Dom and his younger brother Jacob had a street race to where Jacob lost. Keep driving and never come back is what Dom told him, because he knows that he killed his father. After beating up the other driver who initially he thought he caused the crash, which, after in the opening of the movie of the franchise, the opening movie, they never talked about him having a younger brother that caused the crash. It was always this other driver. So it's like that's the only knock I have on the 9th movie, is that now they come out with this that this is what happened, and that he has a younger brother. So that's the only real knock I have. But it's a good movie. It continues on with the events of number 8, the Ares weapon or whatever it was that can link up to anything. Jacob's trying to steal Ares, which Ramsey, who was introduced on, I believe, number 7, helped design. And Dom and him end up crossing paths because of that. Because Dom's trying to help Mr. Nobody, who got hijacked by Jacob. And then we secretly find out Han's still alive, hiding this little girl whose DNA is the key to the Ares project. It's a good movie all around. In the end, Cypher and the team that Jacob's been with end up coming together and betraying Jacob. So Jacob and Dom at the end of the movie, they make up. He'll probably be on the next 2 movies. They said there's going to be a number 10 and number 11, when Brian O'Connor's character is probably going to be a part of those, along with probably Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham. But like I said, I'm not an insider, so I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Number 4, Fast and Furious 6. They go to London to rescue Letty from Owen Shaw. I think it's Owen Shaw. It's Jason Statham's younger brother that runs a crew there, and they try to rescue Letty. They end up dealing with magnetic cars and stuff like that. So that was a good one. It introduced Jason Statham into the franchise. Han lost Giselle at the very end of it. Letty ended up returning to the group and has her memory back on the 7th one. Number 6 was good. It was decent. Number 3, the original, The Fast and the Furious. Like I said in the first ranking video, it was just a simple street racing movie. introduced all these characters that were not really big names at the time. Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez. And it started a movie franchise that has become one of the greatest of all time. The second greatest, in my opinion. But the first movie was an iconic movie that started it all. But it's still only third in the rankings. Number 2, Fast 5. There is some discussion between a lot of people. My top 3 movies on this ranking could all be number 1 in this list. But it's number 2. Fast 5 introduces The Rock. It's an international heist movie. It kind of shifts away from the original premise of the movie franchise, where they're trying to steal this bank vault from the guy who runs Brazil in Rio. So, yeah, I mean, it's just a good movie. It's a good movie to watch. But number 1 is near and dear to my heart. It's number 7. The last movie Paul Walker played in. That is the main reason that it is number 1, is because I did not care what the storyline would have been. Paul Walker is one of my favorite actors. And them giving him a nod at the very end of the movie just sealed it for me. But that is my ranking list of the Fast and Furious updated rankings with number 9. Tell me your comments below what your rankings are. But if you like this video, don't forget to give it that all-important thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button after the video to stay notified on all my current and future whereabouts. This is Road Trip Nate saying, until the next one, so long, Road Trippers. This one is over.